Yes, what's going on? It's Mex. Welcome back to the channel. So it's been 5 months and 1,200 miles. Let's talk about my Cayenne Turbo. First of all, why a Cayenne? Well, I needed a family car. I've got the S500, the Golf went, and I got a small daily for London runaround. But around September time, I knew I was going to need a family car. I knew I was going to need something roomier, something for the baby essentially. And I remember seeing the year before or something like that, Harrison Jones, or however you pronounce his name, his Pink Pig overland off-road snowmobile Cayenne build, and I loved it. And I thought, oh, you know what, it looks sick. Around London you see quite a few 955s, so I thought they started really sort of growing into their look, just like the 996 has for the 911s. And ultimately I wanted a 996 C4 roughly around before COVID time and during COVID time. So obviously when we found out we were having a baby, it's like, okay, you know what, let's switch it up. I saw, you know, the Pink Pig, then I saw he crashed it, and actually I thought it looked super cool crashed. I know it's probably not the right thing to say, but yeah, so I started hunting for a clean 955. Now, I was in no rush, but I did not expect for it to take me the time it took me. So I picked this up on the 18th of December, so my son was 2 days short of being a month old. I saw an insane amount of cars. Originally I wanted a turbo, but it got so bad I was like, look, I'll look at a good S. I had a few friends go around and look at turbos and S's. I went to see probably 5 myself, absolute dogs. So at that point I didn't know what I was going to do. I started thinking about other options, and the obvious one is obviously Range Rover L322. It's just the obvious choice, but for me it just never kind of hit right. So I was like, okay, cool, fine. I started talking to my brother-in-law and he was like into it. They're also expecting, so I was like, yeah, fuck it. So he managed to find a good Turbo S. We say good, I mean it is good, but there were some bits and bobs that needed to be rectified and weren't quite as advertised. Anyway, all of these, one thing you gotta know, I've had it 5 months, and regardless how good of an example, which I feel I got a really good example, they all need maintenance and upkeep. And I guess that's why the prices are plummeted. Originally I started looking for about a 4-5 grand one. I thought, you know, turn into a bit of a project. Good thing I didn't, because I just don't have the time with a 5-month-old. But yeah, so like I said, finally got one in December. Very good spec, just like I wanted it. Black over this peanut color. Originally I wanted, like, they got really nice dark gray, so I was like dark gray over black or over peanut, or black over black or over peanut. So I really like the spec. Turbo, no buttons on the steering wheel, because I'm not gonna lie, that gives me the ick. The buttons are just really weirdly shaped, and I didn't even know I had that phobia, but you know that phobia where you see loads of holes, and people were doing that a few years ago, and yeah, no, anyway, I'm not gonna talk about it, but yeah. So spec is bang on, miles below 100,000, full service history, all the bits done. So big fan of this, I love it. Like I said, 1,200 miles. The worst thing about this is the fuel consumption. I think these 04 rich cars, you know, if you know 04 rich, you know, so sort of early 2000s, mid 2000s, even 2010 sort of cars, you know, V8 twin turbo, it was never gonna be you know, no cylinder shut off, no none of that. So anyway, that's yeah, they're juicy. I thought my S500 was juicy. Now this takes the absolute piss. Around town in traffic in London I'm seeing 8. On a sort of combined I'm seeing 12, 16. On a long run 20. The other day I got 22 on my way back from Gatwick. I just got back from Mexico for a few weeks. So anyway, Cayenne Turbo, love it. The baby loves it, I think, but baby seat just lives in the back, big enough for a pram or whatever. But like I said, regardless how much of a good spec, the guy that owned it before me owned it for 12 years, and the only reason he was selling it is because he bought a 2014, 2015 turbo, and it gets black turbo. Really nice guy, old boy. Like always, as soon as you get a new car, as soon as I get a new car, first thing you do, wash it. So I took it to the car wash, guys I use regularly over at Croydon. Bit of a drive from me, but they're good. And whenever I go for business over there, I just take my car. So anyway, I took this, got it washed like 2 days after I bought it. The service, so oil change, oil filter, air filter. You just gotta do it, even if they tell you, you know, oh, it's not been done long. Just do it with all the good stuff. So man filters and mobile oil. I put 540, I think we're running in this. I can't remember. All of my cars run different oil, but yeah. So that's what we've done. Service, wash, new bulbs all around. Just do it. Especially these Xenons, factory HID Xenon things. They do age and they do get a bit bleak. This has got really nice headlights, so there's no milking to the lenses, which is quite common. So yeah, really well looked after. So like I said, I put bulbs, both it came with 2 key fobs, obviously 2 keys, batteries in both of them. It's excuse the pun, it's key. I always do it, you know, you don't run the risk of running out of battery, or you know, trying to open the car and it doesn't open. So done that. New wipers, nobody ever changed wipers. So wipers, key fobs, key fob batteries, a service, a wash, mat for the boot. And yeah, the other big things are a new battery. Always those are the things I always do to all my cars, and see this one's no different. I actually had to jump it when I first bought it because the guy hadn't driven it in like a little over a year. Put a new battery in. It's a pain in these because it goes under the passenger seat, but I've put a new upgraded AGM battery instead of a normal acid lead battery. And yeah, it's just, you just gotta do these little things, you know. So that's that. It's, you know, the Cayenne, I love it. There's obviously plans for it. It's on factory air. I know a lot of people are scared with air, but like I said, you know, I've got air on the Mercs, only 2 years of ownership, no problem. These are just as robust. So I'm obviously going to lower it. Guys at Airmatic Lowering Links looked after me with the Merc. Same with this. I've got their Evo kit, so it's the Evolution kit, so it's, I think materials are a little bit different. Anyway, I've had no issues on the Merc, so I'm going to lower this with the Lowering Links from the guys at Airmatic Lowering Links. I'm going to fit them soon. Like I said, I've been 5 months deep and I just haven't had a chance. I want some wheels. I'm on the lookout for some wheels, but in the meantime I found some other wheels which I really like. Same 20s as what we got on now, but wider and more aggressive. Anyway, you'll get to see those soon. But yeah, this is why I got a Cayenne. I love them. I think they're really cool. I think they look better than any other option out there, you know, for sub 10k, 8 to 10k. I think this is the best option out there. Land Rovers are just going to kill you. I mean, these potentially will. But anyway, as you can hear, thank you for watching. Like I said, I've got an update about fitting the lowering links coming up soon. I say soon. And wheels, and these wheels are going to be temporary wheels because they need a refurb. I'm not going to refurb them. But anyway, more on that coming up. So that's that. Yeah, more on that. But thank you very much for watching. Yeah, any questions about Cayenne or anything, you know, any experiences you had with a 955, 957 Cayenne, especially a turbo, let me know. I've already done, actually another thing I did, I totally forgot, is the torque arm. I've put Powerflex bush on the torque arm because it also needed a new expansion tank. So I've done that. Like I said, bits and bobs. It's just a constant maintenance with these, but that's the way. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you had one of these or like these or don't like these or whatever it is, just let me know in the comments. Thank you very much. Catch you next time. Cheers.
Is it worth it? Oh yeah, it's worth it. If you're strong enough.